25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Six, 180. 53, Mike. Right here, right here.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, alert. Alert. Let's go. Let's go.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
20. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get that quarterback.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Red, 180. Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Carlos Henderson is deep for Denver. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Lock in the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Mayfield off the play fake. Steps it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go.
On 2nd down and 4. Locke, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's crashing. He's checking crack.
This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Open man is Galladay, complete. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit it with a screen soon.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
70, Indy. I got it. Hey, orbit. Mike 51, Mike 51. Come on. Right here, guys. Fight now.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds Browns able to get it down to the 25 there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Yes, yes. 5.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. 80 weapon. 5.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
To throw it is Lock. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Watch the safety creep. Safe. Smith.
They do go for it. It's Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Good.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
90 Wolf, 61 Matchbox Lights. 2.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
An exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 60 or. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready, 30 base. Watch the run, watch the run. Get it.
Lock now on 1st down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Down.
Lock now,
50,
7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Room here to run. And out of bounds right around the 20.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready, 10-2 sauce. Hey, high 7.
Spoke to Mike. Mike spoke first. You can't block me. You can't block me. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check.
And we're pretty quiet. 5.
On 1st down, Lock. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the pass. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
Hey, Delta. Yo, faster.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Go! Hey, Haywood!
Check 48's to Mike. Check 48's to Mike. Oh, here we go.
Big grip.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Coming to you.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another run by Lindsey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 14 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fight. 180. Check pass, check pass. Shoot.
Check regular.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Chopper, chopper.
To throw, Mayfield. He'll get this one to Galladay. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Alert, 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 alert.
Hey, alert 3.
Run. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Watch out.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Out of the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Hunt. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Hey, alert 33.
Now Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is indeed good, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, wahoo!
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the pass. Go. Mike 51. Mike.
Go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. 3rd down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Oh, this has become... And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Alpha. Hustle, hustle. Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This will be cracked by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. On 1st down, Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Go.
Smooth. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Football's the Mike.
Rock going to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Here's Lindsey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Lock, and that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Mayfield on 1st down. That's caught by Howard. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They'll run on 1st down. It's Potter. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
At the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 53. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check the backer. Check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground. Potter. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. On 1st down, it's Potter. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, I don't think you got it, son.
On 2nd down now, it's Potter. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 26. Regular.
Mayfield looks to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, back up. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Potter. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Broncos take over
That's it,
1st
baby.
and 10
We're going to work.
at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible.
Set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Flushed out right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Locke. Got a man, it's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey! I got motion. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
48's mic. 48's mic.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey.
Staying open.
Greystone travel. Watch twins. Go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Ready?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hey, exit.
48.
Yes.
Run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, alert 48.
Get it.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their